Good morning and welcome. I'm glad you're here and not just watching this, but really showing up for your own personal next level. My name is Annemarie van der Tillaert, and last week I was at your International Women's Day, and I had the opportunity to go into a very interesting discussion with both Barbara and Richie, your SLT members. And afterwards, I had the opportunity to give a workshop to all the participants there on creating your own personal blueprint. And since not all of you were able to join us and be there last week, I made a promise to get you a video with some short instructions and some exercises so that you can find out your own personal blueprint for you. So, the first thing, not just watching this, but really showing up for your own personal next level. Because what we're going to build today is not just a strategy, it's your own personal foundation. And without your personal blueprint, you end up building, well, your business or your career like a house of cards. Always busy, always adjusting, and never grounded. So, the right blueprint, you will stop surviving. Just start scaling on your own terms. So, first, let me be direct. If you don't know exactly what you stand for, what you're building and what you're doing it for, well, you stay in motion and not in progress. Your blueprint is not your personal business plan. It's your personal leadership code. And it's how to make decisions, attract the right jobs and people, and stay aligned with your personal values, even under pressure. And yes, especially when your career is growing, because growth without direction causes chaos. Okay, your personal blueprint, the core of your personal blueprint are four elements. And each one builds on the other. And without one of them, the structure collapses. So it's extremely important to get all four elements in place. The first two are your mission vision. This is your personal why. Why do you do what you do? Why do you work at your company? And where are you going? Your vision must be hold, not just for your business, but for your life, for your career. So ask yourself, what do I want to be known for? Maybe 5 years from now? And what impact do I want to create in my career? And if you don't define it, others will define it for you. So the first step is your mission and vision. And in the exercises I will also send to accompany this video, you will find some more reflecting questions to ask yourself. The second part is your genius and your positioning. This is your zone of your zone of genius makes you unstoppable. It's where your natural talents, your expertise, and your passion intersect. And here's the catch. Most women I work with downplay their own genius. You call it normal. Anyone can do this. I'm not anything special. And typical for Dutch ladies watching this video, we tend to think that genius is not something we say about ourselves. But I'm not claiming to be more of a genius than you are. But I'm claiming that in all the things I have in my own personal skill set and qualities, there are some elements I'm a genius at. So it's not being more of a genius compared to you, but compared to all of my skills and qualities, there are some I'm just competent at, and some make me a genius. So please stop calling it's normal. Just thinking it's something you're good at. And that's exactly what your company is waiting for. Clear, confident positioning. And the thing to figure out in all of your qualities and skills, what makes you just competent and what makes you a genius, has to do with power and energy. For instance, if you have 10 skills and qualities on your list, ask yourself, real honest, this skill, is it on force and does it lack my energy, or comes it by nature and does it give me a lot of energy? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Does it come by force and does it leak all your energy, or does it come by nature and gives you a lot of energy? Those questions are extremely important for you to figure out in your own skill set, your own quality set, because the things that come by nature and give you so much energy, they just might make you a genius. So, do you want to be the go-to expert on those qualities? And where is your voice needed most? And in your exercise, you will find more reflecting questions to ask yourself, okay? Okay, third, mindset and strategic habits. No blueprint works without the right mindset. And that means saying no without guilt, making decisions before you always feel ready, start before you're ready, and act on clarity, not on comfort. Strategy is important, but strategy without daily leadership habits won't get you anywhere. You don't need more time, you need more intention. And that means creating your own rhythm of success, not copying someone else's. Okay, the fourth, your message and visibility. This is when it becomes real, not hiding anymore, but being heard. Your message is not just what you want to sell. And selling doesn't mean direct sales, okay? It's selling yourself, your intention, your capabilities, your genius. It's what you stand for. And it's how people feel after reading, hearing, and meeting you. It's the energy thing, the mindset. So, are you visible for the right reasons? Or are you still editing yourself to be liked? And when your message is clear and confident and aligned, you attract instead of chasing. So, those four elements are the main part of your personal blueprint: mission, vision, genius and positioning, mindset and strategic habits, and your message and visibility. Okay. Now, this is the moment where most people stop. Well, this was a very nice masterclass, Anne-Marie, but it ends here. Because most people got the theory. Okay, I got interrupted. Um, I was at the part that this is the moment where most people stop because you've got the theory. And maybe I even got you inspired. And inspiration often leads to motivation. But motivation is not enough to keep you going. Motivation is not enough to keep the fire going in you. Therefore, you need discipline. So, not just the inspiration, not just the motivation, but you need the discipline to make your blueprint work for you. So, from now, at this point, I will teach you how to get your discipline started. Because if you figured out that this kind of blueprint is what's going to help you, what's going to make the difference in your life and career, in your personal leadership, we're going to add something valuable to it. And that's your personal core values and your personal drive. What drives you? What makes you tick? What makes you go up every morning and go enthusiastic to your work? Do you know for yourself what your drive is? And do you know your core values? And do they relate to your cultural values at your company? Well, in the exercise, in the blueprint exercise, you will find a few questions to help you determine your own core values and your personal drive. Okay, so motivation, inspiration leads to motivation, but motivation seldom leads to discipline. Okay, and this is where you decide. This is where you decide if you want to grow in your own personal leadership or want to stay at the point where you are. And the I have a very, very simple method, and it has 3 steps. Every morning, you take 5 minutes max. And in those 5 minutes, you determine your intention for the day. And an intention is, well, how do I say that? It's the way you would like your day to proceed if you were the one that is directing. How would you like your day to proceed? And write it down. How would you like today to proceed for you? Write it down and say it out loud. The second step is, what, in my case, Annemarie, do I need in order to have this day going as I intend? What, Annemarie, do I need? The enthusiastic, the empathetic, the intelligent, the inspiring, the motivating. What, Annemarie, do I need today in order to have my day going as I planned, as I intend? So, first step is intention. Second step is figuring out what kind of, in my case, Annemarie, do I need to meet up with my intention. And the third step is at the end of the day, reflecting on, was I a success or did I forget? And please do this step with lots of compassion, because if you're not used to working with intention and figuring out the best version of yourself that is needed and reflecting on it, you might get disappointed because during the day, life keeps up with you, and you even forgot that you have you had your intention set in the morning. So please, with a lot of compassion, but keep it up. Inspiration leads to motivation, and motivation doesn't automatically lead to discipline. So please keep it up for at least 20 days. And if you fail the first time, the second time, the third time, you might get a little frustrated if you're reflecting every night. My God, I didn't succeed in fulfilling my own personal intention. Try again tomorrow, and I promise you that in a few days um, you will meet up to your own intentions. I'm so sure. And once you do, celebrate. Okay? So, intention, your own personal strong version, and reflection. That's what keeps your discipline going. Okay, well, this was just the first layer. This was just the beginning. Because your blueprint is the first layer, the solid ground from which you grow with more ease, confidence, and joy. I hope I got you inspired. I hope I also got you motivated. I hope you will work with the exercises I will send you. And I hope that you can use my steps into discipline so you can really, really step up in your own personal leadership. Goodbye for now.